Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, September 7th, 2015 on a Monday. Happy Labor Day to those of you in the United States. Enjoy your holiday. Hopefully the weather is great and you're outside having a great barbecue and a good time. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I am coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, bright and early on it's a Monday morning for me, the Asia session. It's Sunday night if you're on the Eastern Standard Time, on the east side of the United States. And if you're in London, it's the middle of the night. So just a little quick preview of what the time zones are. So we've got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be a pretty quiet day, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Let me introduce myself to you, and let's get started. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. This gives you plenty of hours to make sure that you can check out my charts and your charts, and hopefully both trade plans go together. Don't trade my charts. Trade your charts. Now, if your charts match my charts, that's a great thing, right? What do they say? 4 eyes is always better than 2 eyes. Traders, I started trading in 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my 27-year career. Well, it's 8 years later, and I'm still in Asia and absolutely loving it. I do trade all 3 trading sessions, Asia, London, and New York. I only trade about the first 3 hours of New York, as that'll bring me up to about 11 p.m. No, I do not sit in front of my computer from 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. I do get breaks. I get 2 hours here, an hour and a half there, an hour here. I get breaks throughout the day. Just depends on what's going on in the market and what time of day it is. And basically what's going on is I'm looking for opportunities and probabilities where, the trades will benefit me on my size. Now, how do we do that? We do that by looking at fundamentals, and we look at charts and candlestick patterns and price action and what's going on. And we try to match these all up together and come out with a conclusion and a trade plan. So we're going to do an analysis, and we do a trade plan on every trade before we click the clicker. And yes, I do lose trades. If anybody tells you they win all their trades, they're crazy. Run away quick. All right, this is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. That is so important. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Let's get to news and commentary real quick. We have no high impact news data coming out today. U.S. markets are closed for the Labor Day holiday, so we have no U.S. markets. Everything is closed. Chicago Mercantile, New York Stock Exchange, banks, everything. Everything is closed in New York, so there's no New York session. What does that mean as far as that concerns us? That means to me, turn your computer off and go back to sleep, or go play a game of golf, or go swimming, or go to the beach, go to a picnic, go do something else, or do some Forex homework. I wouldn't be trading today. I don't intend on trading today. All right, let's take a look at the indices, how they closed on Friday. The US 30 closed at negative 1.66%. The S&P 500 closed at 1.53%. The NASDAQ closed at 1.06%. And the small cap 2000 closed at negative 0.76%. All in the red. What a wild NFP Friday was. The DAX closed 2.71%, the FTSE 100 closed 2.44%, the CAC 40 closed 2.81%, and the Eurostoxx 50 closed 2.75%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia. Remember that these countries are currently trading. Okay, so the Nikkei 225 is currently just in the green at 0.03%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is in the red at 0.78%. The Shanghai is flat, zeros all across along. The Hang Seng is negative 6.5%, and it just opened. The Shanghai just opened about 2 minutes ago. And the Kospi's in the green at a Seoul at 0.17%. So that gives you an idea what's going on. Like I said, there is no high impact data today, which makes trading a little bit difficult. So it's a totally technical day, and we have a major market that is not trading. However, I think China's back in the markets today, so they can make things exciting. They'll move the markets maybe a little bit, do some put some more money in the markets, buy some more stocks, move things around. So we might get some moves out of that. But I expect a very low volatile day today, and basically after my work is done, I think I'll take the day off. I don't plan on trading. And we'll look at Europe and the London session at the open, and that'll be about it. All right, let's get going. We got some 30-minute charts to look at, and that means that every single candlestick pattern on this chart represents 30 minutes in duration. Traders, this is really nice. This is a euro dollar 30-minute chart. You can see this is really sweet. Nice bounce off the daily pivot point, heading up to the daily R1. Oh, excuse me, traders. A couple of things we got at the daily R1 is we got a 200 exponential moving average sitting right there, and we have a resistance line from our indicators. So, we got a lot of resistance right there, so a good reason for it to bounce. So I want this thing to keep climbing up there, and then I would take the sell trade with a bearish candlestick formation. I'd like to see maybe a hangman or a couple of dojis and then a big bearish candlestick, and then take it down, right? Now, you could take it down to the daily pivot, and you can say put a star there because you can expect to bounce and get out of the trade, right? What are you going to get? You're going to get 20 pips, okay? Or you can take it back down to 1100 if it breaks through. So that's totally up to you. You have two options of where you can take profit at. All right, let's take a look at the pound. Pound's bearish also. We're looking for this to come on back. This is currently with a red candle, and this was only taken about 10 minutes ago. So this is pretty fresh, this chart. So we want this to pull back to the 38.2. It's got the daily pivot point right there at 52.11, and we'll take it down to 51.70. It's a nice 40 pip trade. We'll just see how it happens. To be honest with you, I don't expect this to move at all today. I expect this pound dollar to go sideways. So there's nothing out of the pound today, not even low impact data. So it's a pretty quiet day today on that front. So look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar is, a commodity pair, so anything can happen, especially that China is back in the markets today, and they can rattle us a little bit. So we might see some movement there. I don't have a big trade setup for this. I'm not looking for my normal 50 pip trade setup. Now, I understand, traders, I put in 50 pip trade setups, but I'm only looking for 25 or 30 pips. That's it. I'm out. I'm done. But I want my trade plan to be 50, 60, or 70 pips to allow me to have wiggle room and let the trade breathe, so I don't have to have my stop so close. And that's part of your money management, and how you use your trade manager and stuff like that. If you use a trade manager, or you do it yourself. But you just have to really watch. But this is a really small trade, so I want this to come back up to the daily pivot point. Give me a bearish candle. We'll take it short. We're not going to do no retest. We're not doing anything. Give me a bearish candle. Take it short. Where's your stop going to go? I normally don't talk about stops. Where's the stop going to go? It's going to go right above that yellow line. Period. End of story. We're going to risk like 12 pips on this trade. It either works or it doesn't work. We're not going to risk a lot. On a day with no data, and one of the biggest economic sessions are closed today. So yeah, we're not going to do anything there. Okay, let's head on over to the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie's in an up move. So we're going to sell this. We want to sell this. Absolutely. If you're an aggressive trader, you can sell this at 60, 67 past that trend line. Just let this trend line break, and we're going to take this down to the downside. As the euro is strong and the Aussie is weak, so this makes sense. This totally makes sense of what we're looking at here. What a wild NFP we had, right? You don't think people got whipped on that NFP data? Wow. Comes in at 187, price goes spiking up. What turns around? What happened was the revision from the month before, I think, added like 60,000 jobs to the number from the previous month. And all of a sudden, dollar strength kicked in, and it reversed and headed on down for 40 or 50 pips, whatever it was. I was actually at dinner watching it on my cell phone. It's 7:30 p.m. when that news came out, so I was not in my office. I don't trade NFP. Why don't I trade NFP? I don't trade news. Why don't I trade news? Because I'm bad at it. I'm not good at trading news, so I don't trade it. I know friends of mine who trade the news and is making a killing. He trades like 18 times a month, and the major news events, and that's all he trades. And he's doing very well in trading his Forex market. But I'm not good at it, so I don't do it. I like to watch it, but I don't do it. I play on a demo account, that's about it. So we'll look for this to come down. You've got, you can be aggressive and take it right at the trend line. You just got to realize that that direct pivot point is there. So you can take it at 60.67 or take it at 60.06 and take it down. Or we'll take it down to 59.13. So, that I don't think the 200 exponential moving average, that green line, is going to really make a difference in the trade. So it just depends on where you want to get in at. But it's a small trade. It's not a big trade, but it's tradable. I mean, we're at resistance, right? So what if it continues to go up? We don't trade. Simple. Because I don't have a trade plan for it. Now, if you want to trade it long if it continues to go up, you'll need to do another analysis and a new trade plan. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen, which is one of the pairs that I do trade on a regular basis. This is really an easy trade. It's a nice bounce off the daily pivot point. I just want this to come up to the R1 pivot at 133.41. Give me a bearish candlestick formation. And my friends, we are heading down. I just like to see a nice red candle and wait for the second red candle to come out. Bang, I'm in the trade. I'm short. Where's my stop? Right above the R1. Give it 10, 15 pips and let it rip. Where am I going to get out? Well, I want to get out at 132.31 as marked on the chart by the EA, and you can see that's support. But you can guarantee I'll be scaling or taking some profits at that daily pivot point because I do expect to bounce there again. Just look left of the chart. If you look left of the chart, there's a lot of price action there that could cause us some issues. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar is another one's pretty small trade. I'm not expecting a lot out of the New Zealand dollar. It's bearish. That I will tell you. This pair is so bearish. So we just want to pull back up to this daily pivot point. Give me a bearish candle. We'll just take it. And I'll tell you the truth, 10 pips above that daily pivot, and that would be it. That would be my stop. And let this thing come down. Just want to close below the daily pivot, nice red candle, and let's head to the downside. And we'll take profits at 0.6276, and I guarantee you at 15 pips into the move, I will be break even plus 3 or 4, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. But I'm not going to lose money on a day where New York is closed and there's no news, there's no data, and there's no volatility. So, to be honest with you, I don't plan on taking any live trades at all today. I don't even plan on taking any demo trades today. I'm going to turn my computer off. Now you know that's not true. I will have my computer on. I will be listening to my news feed all day. Something will come out. I don't know what happened with the G20 summit. I have to find out what's going on with that. It's early in the morning my time, so I haven't gotten there yet, even though it's not that early. So, all right. Trades on behalf of myself, William Gilda, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading. I want to thank you for joining us on a Monday, September 7th, 2015. Great to be with you. Hope you got something out of that. And, of course, we will catch you in tomorrow's Asia session. So the next Asia session, we will do this again. Traders, have a great trading day. Enjoy those profits, and you don't need to trade today if you don't want to. It's very low volatility, and remember, New York is closed. Take care, traders. Bye-bye.